So we are going to explore the island that does not have any cars by bike. Oh, pretty.
This hill is really steep. Jennifer's working really hard.
I'm huffing and puffing.
I couldn't get away from boat projects. Just transitioned into bike projects.
Hi, we're Jen, Elliot, and Ollie. In 2019, we left the United States and backpacked through 11 countries, all before deciding to come back home and try something completely new, pivoting into boat life. Our current adventure is America's Great Loop, a 6,000-mile journey through small towns, big cities, and the wilderness from the eastern portion of the United States, through the Great Lakes and Canada, and down the Midwest rivers, all aboard our home on the water, Pivot. Make sure you subscribe as we share our journey through the highs, lows, and everything in between.
Good morning from
Mackinac Island.
We have rented some bikes for the day. Pivot's docked. We were able to extend our reservation for a night.
So we are going to explore the island that does not have any cars by bike.
There are over 50 miles of biking trails here on Mackinac Island. We're gonna start with the 8-mile round loop around the entire island. Hopefully we'll be able to get off the beaten path and see things that we would miss if we were just walking around.
Okay. Alright, not too shabby. Can do this. On a rating 1 to 10, what do you expect your butt is going to feel like at the end of today?
10 being
the
raw.
Worst, yeah. 10 being raw, 1 being
I'll give it a 7.
7. Okay, 7 for Elliot. I'm guessing a 9 for me. We'll see how this goes. And we probably should have gotten a tandem so we wouldn't lose each other.
Yeah, because we don't have a...
Oh, cool. Oh, it's a mini golf? Glow golf tonight. What? That sounds like fun. Refreshing.
A little mossy and algae. Kind of fishy. Think it's supposed to taste like that? Whoops. It said
This is
for visitors who sipped cool water. It was good for them back then, but not for us. Here we have the Whitewood Springs, where the water is not safe to drink, tried and tested, but there's a lot of natural springs and limestone coming out of the limestone here on the island. And the state park has been around since 1895, so over 125 years. I'm really glad they tell us the amount of steps. We know what to expect.
The arch rock is 4,000 years old and was created in the breccia limestone here on Mackinac Island from the erosion that happens from the lake. Mile 1. I'd say the first mile was a success.
We just love learning, and that's one of the things we just love about the loop, in particular because you're always in a new spot. And so around this ring road, it's going to take us a lot longer than I thought, because it's 8 miles, so you know, it's a little ways, but there's so many good information stops along the way. Right here, this is the start of a cultural trail for the Anishinaabe, which is the local indigenous people of the area, and which we've learned throughout Canada, and learning about the First Nations and the Ojibwe culture and all of that. It's been nice to learn about some of their struggles, even currently.
Oh, pretty. Wildflowers on either side. It's beautiful white rock. Not sure what type of rock it is. And the water is stunning. It is crystal clear. Hint of turquoise. Man, beautiful.
The views are just incredible on this bike ride. We are on the, I think the northwest side of the island right now. And you can see Point St. Ignace off there. And there's the Mackinac Straits Bridge. Wow. This is awesome.
At the Nature Center here, they have a lot of information about the geology, the animals, the wildlife, the plants, and the natural habitats that are found here on the island, which is really cool.
It's really interesting that like these rock formations here remind us of the Australian southern coast, where like here in particular they have a different type of rock, and so the breccia limestone is really hard and doesn't erode as fast as the other types of rock on the island. That's why you have these amazing rock outcroppings, because the breccia is left and the other stuff eroded away, kind of creating Arch Rock, Skull Cave, and Sugarloaf. We haven't seen Skull Cave or Sugarloaf yet, but hopefully we see them later.
Oh, that one's sticky.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard with the beaver.
The other half of the Nature Center is filled with invasive species. So it talks about the plants, insects, and the fish. And it's really important because it affects how the environment changes.
So we started here, the marina, worked our way all the way around, all the way up to here. Now we're going to finish the loop, keep going along. This is the main downtown, and then we're going to explore the center as much as we can.
Babe, what happened?
Well, my chain got kind of tangled, and now it's like stuck in this wheel sprocket. So I'll try to fix it.
Thankfully, they have these bike repair stations with tools, so hopefully we won't have to call the bike shop. Fingers crossed.
I don't know if I'll be able to do this. I might need 2 tools.
Okay, you got it.
Mission accomplished. I couldn't get away from boat projects. Just transitioned into bike projects. Let's continue our ring road. This placard talks about the Treaty of Washington along with the Indian Removal Act, and kind of details how the Ojibwe and Anishinaabe were integrated, air quotes, into the United States, and how the Treaty of Washington was instrumental in Michigan even becoming a state, because that gave it the required land. But there was a lot of shady dealings, and the tribe members were forced to sign things that was not in their best interest, and it's sad, but it's nice to learn about it and learn about the history of the area.
I feel like it's not particularly like a bright thing to learn about, but I'm glad we are learning about it. almost completed our circle, and the last part of the ring road was going through downtown. Now we were going to stop at the Pink Pony because it was a recommendation given to us, but the Pink Pony, the wait just to get on the wait list is like a 5 to 10 minute line. We don't think that's a good sign for how long the wait will probably be. We're not interested in waiting that long, so we're gonna head back to the boat and grab a bite to eat.
We decided to pivot and make the adult decision and just get ice cream because we can. So we came to Moomer's, which has some homemade ice cream. We got 2 scoops, Moomer's cherry and then a peanut butter Oreo.
You can see they're pretty much gone. But we got cherry, which there's nice chunks of cherry in the ice cream, and it has a little bit of a chocolate swirl. That's very good. Elliot, though, we think got the winner flavor. He got the peanut butter Oreo. The peanut butter flavor is like a natural peanut butter, so like the freshly ground peanuts, that's what it tastes like. It's really good. And the Oreo bits in there are also super good.
Are you making, did you ask me to film you so you can have the rest of the ice cream? Because that's devious. There's like nothing left.
Since we are gone all day, and you are stuck in the boat, I have a treat for you. Okay. Bump it. Paw. Okay. Go to bed. Catch. And we'll be back later, okay? Okay.
Now it is time to check out the inside of the island, continuing our journey on the bikes.
Stones we carry, clothes we lived in, all the tales we will tell our children. We're taking the high road. Lay beside me, wake the morning, ever after, day reborn and old. We're taking the high road.
I'm huffing and puffing, going up this hill. A lot of horses.
Shall we?
Yes.
This hill is really steep. Jennifer's working really hard. She's got the heavier bike. It's like maybe 3 or 4 times as heavy as this one. You can do it! Oh, good job.
I may have beat the horses, but the horses are working 5 times as hard as I am. Holy cow.
Holy horse.
Yeah.
That was a snort in appreciation.
Yes.
Hearts are wayward, sun is swollen.
The tree canopy is just hanging over the road, making it a very beautiful ride down this road. It's nice and quiet because there's one horse carriage that's well behind us and only a few people walking. Really nice. Right now we are on the Aloes Trail, and it's a trail primarily for hikers, bikers, and people who are riding horseback. It's nice. trail is a little muddy, so I'm taking it kind of slow. It's nice and shaded. It's a lot more quiet than a lot of the other areas of the island I've been so far.
That was a great trail. Not too difficult, which is good, because we're not mountain bikers. And we have lots of cameras on us. It's definitely a much different vibe coming into the inland part of Mackinac Island, because it's a lot more dense, and as far as the people and tourists are concerned, there's a lot less people. The vast majority of people do the outer ring road, but it seems like a lot less come inside. And we've already seen a couple of cool things, and the trail has been pretty, so now we're gonna hop off our trail, head up to Fort Holmes and Point Lookout, which is supposed to be the highest point on the island.
One thing's for sure, we're gonna sleep good tonight. Whoa, the view! Oh, this is awesome.
Fort Holmes dates back to the War of 1812, and originally it was not called Fort Holmes because it was a British fort. It was called Fort George. Only after the Americans took it over, it was renamed after the American Major Holmes, who died during the assault. Now the fort burned down in a fire in 1933, but was reconstructed shortly thereafter in 1936. So this is not the original, still beautiful. That was a fantastic view up here. Now it's time to head back down the stairs and continue our lovely bike ride.
Standing behind me is Sugarloaf, which is the tallest of the limestone formations here on Mackinac Island. This particular deposit is a bit unique because when Lake Algonquin was a bit higher and covered the land that we're standing on right now with water, this was being eroded 11,000 years ago. Sugarloaf behind me, as well as the other formations, are really important to the Anishinaabe.
It's just so beautiful here. We're off-roading. The golf course here. I bet they don't use horses to pull the lawnmowers and stuff.
No, I bet they don't. But we did see a horse drawn carrying the golf clubs.
Oh yeah, horse caddy kind of thing.
A horse caddy.
It's cool. Turtlist. Golf course here, Washkamo, is one of the oldest 9-hole courses in Michigan. It's designed by a famous Scottish golf course designer, and it looks beautiful here. Apparently he designed it, the holes, to basically follow the natural contours of the farm that was here. Yeah, it's open to the public. They have golf carts, so a more standard mode of transportation, but I mean, I'd love to play on a day like today. Here's a fun fact. Jennifer and I were both on the golf team in high school. We were not that great, but we were still on the team. Alex Smith was the architect.
We are heading to one of our last stops of the day, which is the Cave in the Woods and the Crack in the Island Trail. It's a 1/4 mile this way, so not very far. And in the background you can hear the airport. All of the planes look like small little private jets, but that is some of the background noise.
Vámonos. May I lead the way? You want to lead the way?
You can lead the way.
Okay, Picasso.
Okay. Oh my goodness. You scared me.
Hello!
Hi. This trail in particular is a lot more rocky than all the other trails in the island that we have experienced thus far.
Cave in the Woods, which is this geological formation right behind me, is one of the oldest on the entire island. It's estimated to be about 10,000 years old. Incredible. I'm gonna go inside it. When's the last time you can say you've been inside a 10,000-year-old geological formation? Wow.
The crack in the island is formed by water on the top of the surface as well as water below the surface, and that creates a solution, as they called it, to erode the softer limestone in between, and what's remaining is the breccia, which we've seen all throughout today.
Now we have pretty much 1 hour left on our bike rentals. We rented for 24 hours yesterday, so you saw them in yesterday's vlog. This is the same rental, and it costed us, I think, about 95 US per person per bike for the 24-hour period. That was the most expensive thing they offered, and we could have saved a couple dollars going to a couple of the other places. I think the lowest we saw was like 82 for the similar type of time frame. But we got a recommendation that this guy, Jimmy at Mackinac Wheels, really knows his stuff and has good bicycles, and I can 100% agree with that. He was super friendly to work with yesterday, and was like super kind. He was like, well, you know, if these don't work out for you, come back in the morning, and if you return it by 10, I'll just charge you less, because they have an overnight option too, 4 p.m. to 10 a.m. Lots of options. But we have a couple miles to go to get back, and we have one final stop.
Wowzers. Whoa! Okay. Oh.
Because your butt's in the saddle. You're doing a great job, huh? I just wanted to say, I love you for trying and succeeding.
Whoa! Alright, and turn.
We gotta be one of the biggest bike rack areas I think I've ever seen. It's 2 layers. All the way up there is a whole nother set.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Too.
Yeah. All for this.
And this is the Grand Hotel. The Grand Hotel was built by the railroads and various other companies in 1887. Its distinctive features is a colonial porch, which is the longest in the world, and this hotel is the largest summer operated hotel in the entire world. This hotel has been running since 1887. It's pretty impressive.
Now after 6 p.m. they require a suit and tie, and I believe a dress for the ladies, I'm not quite sure, or slacks. As you can tell, we are not in the proper attire, so I don't think we'll be able to go in, but hopefully we can at least walk by and take some pictures. I find it pretty funny that in most areas, probably every other area, the marina and the boating areas are the most expensive of the trip. But here, the marina is $1.60 a foot, which is a very good deal. It's a little bit more than the surrounding marinas. That is a very good rate compared to a night at the Grand Hotel, which I believe is like $600. And any of the food around it's tourism prices. You know, the bikes are $100 a day. You know, it's just different. I find it kind of funny. And tomorrow we're gonna be cruising this waterway right here. Not to Mackinac Island, we're just going across the way to Mackinac City, but we still should see the Grand Hotel off in the distance.
There's Pivot. That sky is incredible right now. There's Pivot. Now the marina is still, you know, there's tons of spots left, at least like 12 that I see right now.
Yeah.
But how do the butts feel? That is the question.
I would say mine's like a 4.
4? Okay, I'm like a 3 right now, and as soon as I sit down on the bike it goes to like an 8.
We had a ton of recommendations to rent bikes around Mackinac Island, and we think that was an excellent recommendation because we had a fabulous time going around the island.
Yeah.
One, going around the whole perimeter of it, getting a waterside perspective was really nice, but then 2, going in and getting a little bit more elevation, learning about more of the history, and yeah, seeing it from a different perspective with the elevation. If
you can't ride bikes for whatever reason, it seemed like the horse and carriages was a nice option. They go to a lot of the similar places.
Yeah.
I have no clue how much they cost, but
and you can also walk the entire thing too. It's definitely possible. It would just be a little bit more tiresome.
Pivot. There you go.
Thanks.
Were you sleeping? Were you a sleeping puppy? Hi. Hi.
The grand total for our recent workout is 5 hours, 17 minutes. However, I forgot to press play on some of the workouts, so it's not completely accurate. Total distance, 15.42 miles, average speed, 3 miles per hour, and elevation gain, 404 feet.
Wow. Go us.
Good job.
Considering we live at sea level.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Ollie, did you do 15 miles today?
She goes, nope.
Oh, did you do 15 hours of napping? Yes, you did.
I sure did.
Oh, yes, you did. Lay down. Lay down. You want belly rub?
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. We made an easy dinner tonight with spaghetti meatballs with homemade pasta sauce and some fresh basil. So it's a nice good carbs because we burned them today.
Yeah. Today was, after we got back, we both took showers and that hot water just felt so good because we were so exhausted. Our bodies are definitely feeling it today.
Make sure you guys are subscribed. Tomorrow we're going to Mackinac City, which is just right across the way. It's not very far, and we have some terrible weather coming. We've had so much good weather the past week and a half. It's been rainy the last couple days, but all in all, it's been really good. And now is the cycle of bad weather. We're going to be hunkering down and not traveling on Lake Michigan at all when there's 5 and 6 foot waves.
No.
That would be not very good.
No.
So we'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching.
Just like steering pivot.
Just like that. There's your bow thrust. Use your bow thruster.
Bow thrusting. I'm going slower.
Why are you going slower?
It's because I want to get a picture of the mile 2. Mile 2. Oh my god. What were you doing?
I thought you were getting a picture at the mile 2, just like before.
No, I'm trying to speed it up for you. This tree scared me too. It's like cleaning products.
Oh, maybe it was clean recently.
Ooh, there's spiders. Careful where you put your hands, Jen.
Just go to a different part. Yeah. There you go.
There's probably spiders everywhere.
You're not even touching it. You gotta really act like you're holding it up. Come on. Wait.
You're gonna watch me pull the bike down this because I'm not going.
Wah, wah, wah. I think I made a wrong turn. Skirt, skirt.
You're kidding. Give me the map. We're not doing this again.
Why'd you have me do directions?
I have no idea. Where are the horses?
Probably get our heart rate up a little bit.
You think?